Okay, working on the 7000, and I never admitted to be perfect, but I am self-taught literally on everything, and the only way to learn sometimes is to screw up. So my last video, you saw that I had warmed up that outer plate for that left tire there, and I tried like mad to keep from doing anything to that seal, but as you probably could guess, or maybe warned, it is ever leaking so slightly. So it's barely a drip, but I figure this is probably the best time to deal with that. So you can see the buckets underneath the tractor. I had already drained all the fluid out of the rear end. It took a little more than 2 buckets to catch it all because it was running down that tire, and you can see my sawdust. It was making a mess. So I already drained the oil. I talked to some experts down at the store that I'm part of, down at the New Holland store, and they told me what to do here. They said I got to pull the tire back off, drop the lift arm, unhook the brakes, and open that bell housing. So not quite sure what I'm getting into. Obviously, I've never done it. So let's see how hard it can be. Wish me luck. I guess the first thing I need to do is pick up all my junk. And I think before I tear that tire off of there, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over here against the wall to make it a little easier to walk around it. So let's start with that. So I think just lighten this up a little bit. This fender bracket here is homemade. It's 2 pieces of channel on top of each other, welded together. I'm a lot fussier than that. I don't particularly care for that. So no doubt when I go to do the fenders, I'll be doing something different there anyway. Got to get the lift arm unhitched off the bottom. I hope that comes out. It's probably been in there since the 70s. I think I'm going to get rid of that spring just because I think it looks ugly. I grew up on a lot of these tractors and don't remember them ever being on there. And then we just got to unhook the brake linkage. First thing I'm going to do is try to get this fender bracket off of here. Got me a little penetrating spray here. I think I'm going to spray this bolt down here for the lift arms. I'm going to spray this spring just because. Spray this pin for the brake linkage. See how that goes. Did I bring the right wrench for this? I did. I'm going to guess that's going to require some torches. I'd like to save the U-bolt that's going down around the axle, but if I can't, I don't have a problem with cutting it. Oh, she's twisted. Oh, wow. It actually moved. Ratchet wrench. Oh, she's getting tight. Oh, I think we're cutting her. I think that's gonna get cut. So I'll be in the market for a U-bolt, which I bet my friend Dale has probably got a couple of them. So let's cut it. Could have grabbed the torches, but I don't want to burn the paint and do more damage. So I'm just gonna gracefully go after this with the cutoff wheel on the grinder. Okay, got that step out of the way. There we go. Coming out. This will probably be another one of them situations where I'll get the nut all the way to the very end and it'll get stuck, and then I'll be cutting this too. Don't think I'll be putting the spring back out. I'm sure it has a function, but the fact that there's not two of them drives me insane because I'm all about patterns and I want it to be symmetric. Comment below if you know the word I'm trying to spit out here. Symmetrical? Symmetrical. I want that side to look like this side, so I would probably be okay with this spring if there was one on that side, but in fact there's only one on this side. I'm gonna forego it. All right, got the nut off. Looks like if I take this pin out, that spring will come off. Well, a cotter pin that's not bent over. Look at that, just pop right up. Take my vice grips off. I'm gonna slide that pin out. That pin is really long. I don't think it belongs in there. Okay. Next, I'm gonna see if I can get this pin out of the lift arm here. I'm not sure what I'm in for. Or I'll be taking the lift arm. I'll be taking the lift arm with the housing. Might be the easier solution. Yeah, right. I got a feeling that sucker's staying in there. Yep, I think I'm in trouble with that. It's not the end of the world. Might be spend a lot less time just taking this little shackle off that chain and just bring the whole lift arm with it. Oh well, that pin's been in there forever. Well, let me show you what I'm up against. Obviously, in order to get this housing off, I got to unhook the brakes here. That pin is stuck in this ear, or it's stuck in that shackle. I can't tell which, but I think I'll, against better judgment, I think I'll try to heat that up and see if I can get it out. So torches went real well the last time I had them out. Let's see if I can make a mess out of this again. So wish me luck. All right, I'm going to cut the head of this pin off and I'm going to try driving it through the other way. Can't get on it with the vice grips anyway. And worst case, I'll just drill through it. Okay. Brakes are unhooked. Whew. least I got it. So I got this engine hoist here. I borrowed it from a buddy. It's not even mine. I never returned it. Some buddy I am. He knows I got it, I hope. But I think I'm gonna try to rig up. I don't know what to expect here. This end looks heavy, so I'm gonna try to sling around this end. Maybe just kind of walk this end. I don't know. Let's. I think I'm gonna try to loosen the bolts, get it wiggling, and then I'll grab it with that and see what we got. Smells terrible. All right, I'm just gonna crack this last bolt. I'm all out but that one. Let's just see what. Oh yeah. All right. It's ready to come off there. This end is heavy, so let me get my crane set up. Get a hold of that. Okay. Got my engine crane set up. Got my sling holding around the heavy end, I think. Again, never done this before, but I'm not a dummy, so let's figure this out. I'm thinking the next thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to run a ratchet strap from this end. Try to catch this somewhere to try and keep it from being wonky. So I'm going to grab my ratchet strap. Maybe I'll just go to the pipe here. That'll give me control of this end. Actually, I did the trick. It's loose. So I think I'm ready to back that last bolt out slowly. Hopefully this thing doesn't kill me. I mean, it's loose. It appears to be hanging. All right, well, bolts out. I have no idea what I'm going to find in here. I assume some brakes. There's a nice O-ring in there. That's just like the Massey. I just had the Massey apart a week or two ago. And I never done that before either, but everything appears to be coming apart. Yeah, I think I'm okay. Oh, yeah. It's almost out. And there it is. Now I'm hooked on the floor jack over here. Tools everywhere. Okay. Now what? I'm seeing this red piece here. Looks like it's held in with bolts. This shaft here in the end is actually loose. I'm thinking it's a stub shaft of some kind, so I bet if I take these bolts out, I can actually see the brakes in there. I can see the actuator. It looks identical to the one in the Massey I just did. I'm gonna I'm going to say I'm pretty safe to take. Worst case, I'll wreck it. So I'm going to take, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts out. They're nuts on studs. And let's walk this out. I'm guessing take this out. I'm going to find some brakes in there. So let's do that. Hopefully I don't lose nothing. One more. Oh, I got goop. So that piece there is what right. It's like the brake shoes right on it. Okay. So before I just start sliding these pieces out, I'm gonna stop, take some notes. I have to unhook this brake actuator. It's still sticking through the housing over here. There's a lot of pieces in here. My other option is I take this to town just like it is and have somebody that's done it 100 times do it. Which very well could be the thing. I don't know. I don't want to get myself into trouble here, so I think I'll at least get the brake actuator off. That's this piece right here. That thing stretches and activates the brakes. And let me get the shackle off of that, and maybe if I take these out one piece at a time. All right, let me work on getting that shackle off. Okay, I got the shackle off the brake actuator here. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just take these pieces out. In order. Lay them in this red thing. Little shim piece. There's the actuator. Lay that on there. One of them pieces. I think there's got rainbows on it. I don't know if it got hot or what, but that on there. There's one more in here, I think. Okay. The shaft came out. That's good. I'm gonna stand that right in there. Just like somebody had said, there's a bolt in there. Looks like it's in the end of the axle. And yeah, this don't look too bad. I got a mess to clean up. But before I go any further, I think I'm going to get this thing out of the sling, because in order for me to get the axle out, I gotta get it off that ratchet strap back there. So yeah, I've gone as far as I'm gonna go for a second here until I find a way to get this thing on a sawhorse or something. Okay, got me a couple sawhorses. This is about as sketchy as it gets, so hopefully nobody comes in here and messes with it, but my strap is loose actually, and this strap is, I just put a click on it because it was kind of loose, but for the most part, I don't think it's going anywhere. I'm gonna get the impact gun out. Let's take that big bolt out of the end of the axle. And I'm pretty sure my helper, or the guy that I asked advice from, said take that bolt out and the axle should slide out. So let's see what we got. That's handy. Everything's spinning. I'll be damned. It took it out. That's good. What am I looking at here? There's a bolt. There's a flag. Apparently I should have taken that flag out of there. Oops. That apparently was keeping the bolt from turning. Okay, well, screwed that up. That's all right. I'm sure they make them all day long. Probably not. So a little washer in here. That was on here. Probably a shim would be my guess. And I think I'm looking at the end of the axle in there. My little flat bar standing on. Oh yeah. Okay, well, I think at the risk of destroying anything else, I think I'm going to leave that like that, and I'll either have somebody come up and help me, or my original plan was just to put this on the tailgate of the truck, take it down, and have somebody change that seal. And then I might just bring it back, and all I got to do is put it on. So just got word it's dinner time. I'm going to head in the house, and I guess I'll worry about this tomorrow. But well, at least I got that far. Okay. Well, I was successful getting the axle out. It gave me a challenge. I thought about it. Of course, I was awake all night and in my sleep, worried about it. I come back out here this morning. I was able to take. Got my pointer here. Hold on. I was able to take this red piece here. Was actually just slid over those studs. So that slid right out. And then I was able to get I don't know what this piece is called. Some sort of a planetary bull gear thing. I don't know. I'm probably an idiot for not knowing. But anyway, this piece actually slid right out. Then the axle was just flopping around in the housing. So my idea that I had last night was just to pop the seal off with it right on the axle. Just take the seal and the axle and the bearing and everything right out. I assume my axle was stuck in the bearing. So I got it out. It's over on the bench. Let's check it out. Okay, here it is. As I suspected, let me get my pointer again. I just took a chisel and got behind this seal here, and I was able to just knock that seal off the end of that axle housing, and then it fell right out. I do believe I'm at a point now where I'm going to call in some help, because this bearing, which still seems to be in good shape, I don't really want to wreck it, but that bearing has to come all the way off this axle, at least to here, and it's pressed on. And so I don't know if the only way to do it is to destroy it, or do you got to have a big long puller? I mean, if you look, this axle is 20 inches long or so. So I don't know if they make a puller that long or what, but this piece here will be easy to throw on the passenger floorboard and take it with me to the store tomorrow. So for now, I'm going to wait on this so I don't destroy anymore. I got to go to the store anyway to get that seal. So I'm going to call in some help. So for now, that's all I can do with this. Let's go find something else to do.